So here's problem number 27 from section
You mentioned that
9.5.
alternating series rock.
All right, so let's ask the question first, does this converge?
No,
It's
diverges.
an alternating series. So let's do the alternating series test. So I try to apply the alternating series test. I get negative 1 to the n plus 1 multiplied by n factorial over 2n. I say, okay, well, let's take the limit as n approaches infinity, and I'm going to ignore the alternating part and just say, well, what about n factorial over 2 to the n? Now, we did a whole investigation on how fast factorial grows as compared to constant to the n power.
And power goes further.
Factorial grows faster.
Yeah, it's
Really?
right down the board.
N to the power goes faster. Oh, yeah.
Constant
E
to
the
the n.
Oh, I was looking at n over.
No.
Yeah.
n factorial goes faster. This goes to infinity. Now, let's say you can't see that. Let's say that you're in a bind on the exam and you don't see that that's a true fact.
Just
There-
plug in a million.
And we say, therefore, this series,
All you gotta do is plug in a Brazilian.
well, plugging in a bazillion is not considered rigorous thought. Okay, so we, okay, if we can't see verges by nth term test, if we can't see that, there is an alternate way of attacking this problem. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Good job.
All right? And that's using the ratio test.
Wait, they. Never.
Okay? You can use the ratio test in this instance. Okay? And the ratio test would look like this. If I look at the limit as n approaches infinity of the n plus 1 term,
Let's go with
N
that.
plus 1 term is n plus 1 factorial 2. Yeah.
okay? And I'm going to ignore the plus 1 for a second, okay?
Okay.
So I'm doing n plus 1 factorial divided by 2 to the n plus 1, and then multiply this, of course, by the reciprocal of the nth term,
2n over n factorial.
2n over n factorial. And what you end up with,
N plus 1 on top.
when you do that, is an n plus 1 on top,
You got 2 to the n plus
So
2,
two.
so
A
2 to
two
the n
on the
passes
bottom.
down, 2 on the bottom. So that definitely goes to infinity. That wasn't that bad. Didn't hurt too much.
right? You know, the only problem with that is that's actually showing that scenario isn't absolutely convergent. It's being a little bit loose with the ratio test rules, but it's pretty clear that this thing is not anywhere close to 1.
Yeah.
Okay, this n factorial grows faster than constant to an exponent. All right? And that's the big thing, the big lesson to be learned. Capiche?
N factorial is quick.
All right, so there's number 27. It diverges.
What about seeing if it's absolutely
If it diverges, it can't be absolutely
Oh,
convergent.
yeah.
Or.
Okay,
I don't know, 5.